Thank you for tuning in and welcome back, team. In today's episode of Homeowner Tips, you'll learn about the top 15 home renovations that add value. My name is Finney, your real estate geek. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line to say hello, my contact info is below. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. Thank you. Okay, team, so let's talk about this. Now that you're into home ownership, whether you've been owning your home for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, or if you're brand new to home ownership, you'll want to know what you can do as you plan out your home renovations going forward into the future. So the following 15, I just want to let you know up front, I was taking a look at a really cool website on hgtv.com. I found these top 15 and I thought it was so wonderful. I wanted to share it with you. So these statistics are actually coming from HGTV, just to give them proper cred and props over there for doing this wonderful piece about home renovations. Okay, so the first one that you could do is actually a minor bathroom remodel. Now, according to HGTV, the average minor bathroom remodel will actually get 102% return on investment. They were saying that it costs around $10,500 to replace a tub, the tile surround the floor, the toilet, the sink, the vanity, and the fixtures, and you'll get back an average of like $10,700 resale, so you're recouping like 102%. That's freaking awesome. So if you also have like maybe a smaller issue, maybe you have an old tub, it's too large to fit out the door or something like that, you can actually reglaze it or get a new finish, $300 to $400 to take care of that. The second thing that you're going to get the biggest bang for the buck out of is actually your landscaping. After all, curb appeal does pay, right? It's how people first perceive your home, not only you, but when you get ready to go on the market at some point in the future, you'll want people driving up to your home falling in love from the first sight. Falling in love at the first sight. So the average cost of landscaping is about $3,500 to about $1,500 on the designer, according to the American Nursery of Landscape Association. So that's pretty interesting. So, you know, they're saying that you're actually going to get, for dollar on this, you're going to get 100% return on investment on the landscaping that you put in. So plan this out, and if you're in areas like Las Vegas, Nevada, we have what's called the Southern Nevada Water Authority, where you can actually get credit if you're going to be replacing grass. The grass must be healthy and must be bright, vibrant, and green. At the same time, they're happy to pay you to take some of that grass out and give you a credit towards your more energy efficient and less water intensive landscaping. Just a side point there. Number 3 is actually doing a minor kitchen remodel. An average minor kitchen remodel, you can expect to get about 98.5% of your investment back. So a minor, what does that mean? A minor kitchen remodel is going to average somewhere about $15,000, $16,000 at resale, and you're going to recoup the 98.5%. Now, it's important to note that whenever we're talking about that, they're actually referring to a minor kitchen remodel in terms of cosmetic updates, but not drastically changing the floor plan or anything like that. So you're essentially looking at $15,000 kitchen update would cover 30 feet of refacing cabinets. Now, I do want to share this as a side note. Whenever I'm out looking at homes with prospective buyers here in Las Vegas, generally, you know, if they're saying something about the cabinets, about what they'd want to do to them, or they want to rip them out, if the cabinets are in good condition and I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, well, why would you rip these out? They're in great condition. They sometimes just don't know that you can restain them or have them refinished, refaced, if you will. It's going to save a chunk of change opposed to going out and buying brand new cabinets. So it's something to think about, how you can leverage and leach out as much return on your investment as possible by making it look custom and by making it look good, by hiring resurfacers out there to reface those cabinets if they're, first of all, in great condition. So there's something to think about. It also would include maybe a new wall oven, a cooktop, sink and fixtures, and maybe a new countertop and resilient type flooring. So the fourth thing that you're going to get a lot of money out of is going to be exterior improvements. Exterior improvements will provide a roughly about 95.5% return on investment. Now, they're saying the average national cost to replace 1,250 feet of vinyl siding, if you have siding where you live, is about $7,200 to $7,300 with an average return of about $6,900 to $7,000, so essentially 95.5%. It is also important to remember that if you're painting the exterior or interior of your home, that a gallon of paint, you'll normally get about 400 square feet of paint inside of a gallon. So that's pretty cool to help take the guesswork out of that as well. The fifth thing that you're going to get some bang for buck on is if you have an attic. In different parts of the country, you guys have really wonderful attic space that you can use. In some parts of the country, might not have so much attic to use. If you do have an attic and you can add a bedroom or make it into a bedroom conversion, you can expect to get about 93.5% of your investment back. So the average attic in a 2 or 3 bedroom house costs about $39,000 to $40,000 and returns roughly $37,000 to $38,000 at resale. So, you know, the best recouping rate for attic bedroom conversions is actually in higher priced areas in the West, and the worst return on investment is actually in the Midwest. Midwest normally averages about 82%, whereas the West Coast or Western states actually get about 105. All said and done, the average is around 93.5% return on investment, and that would include like a 15 by 15 square foot space, turning it into a bedroom with a 5 by 7 foot bath with a shower and a 15-foot dormer, 4 windows, and a closet. There you have it. That's what's considered an attic bedroom conversion and what you can expect to get back on that. The sixth thing is if you did a major bathroom remodel, like maybe a master bath, right? So you can expect about 93.2% of that money coming back to you whenever you're expanding an existing 5 foot by 7 foot bathroom and relocating or replacing the tub and toilet and adding designer sinks and faucets and a linen closet. Linen closets are obviously very helpful to keep all of our towels all nice and neat. And it's kind of nice, instead of getting out of the shower and wondering where a towel is if you don't have a towel rack, where should I get a towel? Well, the linen closet would help with that, right? So, and then you'd be adding any lighting that might be necessary, and another exhaust fan, ceramic tile floor, so that you can mop it up really quick and keep it dry. And this costs normally around $26,000 to $27,000, and you can expect to get back normally somewhere between 24 and 25%, or 93.2%. So the seventh thing is a major kitchen remodel. Now in point 3, we're talking about a minor kitchen remodel. Now we're going to talk about a major kitchen remodel. And maybe it's kind of interesting here that a major kitchen remodel could actually net you a little bit less than a minor. Something to think about as you're making your plans of what you should do to your kitchen. So the average return at resale on a major kitchen remodel is roughly 91%. A complete kitchen remodel in a mid-range home would generally add somewhere between $44,000 and returns about $40,000. So essentially 91%. And the price would include 30 feet of cabinets, an island, laminate, granite, quartz or some type of countertops, stainless sink, a wall oven, a cooktop, and some nice flooring that would go along with it, and appliances as well. So it's really important for you to know to budget for the major kitchen remodel if that's what you're going to do, and keeping in mind the national average on that is going to essentially be $44,000 $45,000 for that improvement. So number 8, and this is going to be one of those really cool areas. You know, I love watching like HGTV and certain other programs on like the Bravo network when they're showing like the House Hunters International and House Hunters and then what people do to homes. I think it's pretty cool. Maybe it's just because I'm a real estate geek, but I do enjoy seeing different kind of architecture style and stuff around the country. That being said, that brings us to point 8, where you actually get like decks and patios and porch additions, screening in, outdoor living space and stuff. It's pretty cool. Anyways, the average resale on that's going to get you about 90.3%, and that would include about a 16 foot by 20 foot pressure treated wood deck with a simple pattern. It would cost about $11,000. At resale, you can expect about $10,000 of that back. So about 90% of money that you're going to get back. It's going to give it a little extra luster and more pop. Go ahead and add some decorative planters on the front porch, patio, and decks that is going to tie everything in together and just make it really blossom into beauty. At the same time, while you're living there, it's going to be perfect to entertain your family, your friends, or perhaps even just yourself. So the 9th thing that people can consider are now basements. So a basement remodel is going to return roughly 90.1% for the remodel. Generally, basement remodels are pretty steep in cost. They cost just over about $51,000, and they return about just over $46,000. So you'll recoup roughly 90% of this of the cost whenever you get ready to resell this property. Now, what do a lot of people do with these basement areas? A typical 20 foot by 30 foot basement area might be turned into like an entertainment area with a wet bar, a 5x8 bath. After all, you want a place for your guests to go if you're going to be turning it into an entertainment room, recessed lighting, and some type of nice floor, either laminate, wood, or tile. Obviously, if it's going to be the basement, maybe tile would be a good option, or perhaps if it's in a colder state, maybe you prefer carpet. Depends on what you guys like. It's your basement, and do with it what you wish. So the 10th point is actually replacement windows, especially like energy efficient windows where you live and for your area. So you're going to recoup about 89.6% of the cost of the replacement window. So essentially, like if you break down 3 foot by 5 foot windows, which is pretty common, and you were going to buy 10 of them, it would run you about $9,700 or $970 per window on a national average. You're going to get back roughly $8,700, so 90%, pretty close to 90% payoff on that one. So the average homeowner will recoup more money whenever he or she spends more money on a replacement window in places like San Francisco, Seattle, Orlando, Miami, Chicago, New York City, and Boston. For hotter climates, you're going to get a better return with like a low E glass that reflects the heat. And for even more energy efficiency, think about some windows that might have argon gas inside of it so that it's going to help reduce the heat coming in. The 11th renovation that you can do that's going to add more value to your property is actually a family room addition. Now, if you're going to do a family room addition, you're going to get roughly 83% back at the time that you sell your property. The average family room addition costs about $54,000 to $55,000 and adds roughly $45,000 to $46,000 of value. So in this case, the highest recoup cost you'll actually get out of this will be in the higher costing areas, more expensive areas of the Western marketplaces. Something to think about when it comes to this. A sunroom counts in the home square footage only when the room is heated and cooled year round. Something to know about if you're considering a sunroom. So let's see, number 12, we're going into bonus room updates. So if you're going to do a bonus room update, you can expect about 72.8% of your money coming back to you whenever you resell. So converting like a 12 by 12 foot bonus room into a home office cost on average roughly $13,000 and will bring you back about $9,500 to $10,000 at closing. So it's something to think about, and it's also very important to know what kind of demographic is living around you and would be purchasing your home whenever in your specific city whenever it comes time to resell it. Will they get a kick out of having a home office? Would they get a kick out of a den? Would they get a kick out of having it turn into a bedroom? Whatever that case is, whatever the circumstances are where you live, is how you would play that. So we're talking about bonus room update. Again, could turn it into an office, could turn it into a den, you could turn it into a playroom, you could turn it into a bedroom. It really is going to depend on what buyers are looking for in your marketplace where you live. Make the smart decision if that's one that you choose to do. So number 13, living room updates. Living room updates specifically like around decorum. Decorum and having the right kind of decorum as far as updated fixtures and updated lighting, updated fans. Maybe you have fans, updated, just updated lights, just updated everything, is generally going to give you about a 66% return on your investment. It doesn't cost a whole bunch. In general, it's going to be like $1,300 to $1,500 to replace fans and add lights and stuff like that. So it's not like it's going to, this is an upgrade that you can do that's not going to cost you a lot, but you're only going to get about 66% back. So it's important to note that. Okay, so the 14th is actually doing bedroom updates. And it's pretty interesting because the people always have an idea for bedrooms, especially if they have babies or if they have children. They want to do certain type of updates as the children grow older and stuff. So, you know, this is pretty common. So it's important to note that whenever you're doing something for a bedroom update, it could be as simple as like lighting. It could be as simple as swapping out an old light fixture for a small chandelier, or maybe different type of lighting that you're going to put in, recessed lighting or something. So there's a lot of different things that people could do with this. In general, people spend maybe $1,000 or $2,000 doing a bedroom update, and you're going to get back around 52% of what you spend on that bedroom update. The 15th and last point here is actually living room updates, the walls and floors. So earlier we were talking about living room updates with decor, and then we were talking about family room additions and stuff. Now we're talking about your living room updates being the walls and the actual floors themselves. This is the lowest amount of return that you're going to get, unfortunately, and it's actually going to be one that has a really big impact when people walk into your home. So it's kind of interesting, this number. Anyways, you're gonna get about 40% back whenever you paint out those walls a nice neutral earth tone palette, hopefully, and whenever you do the floors into a sustainable type floor, like maybe the tile that looks like wood, or maybe just tile, or maybe wood, whatever have you, right? So you get about 40% back. So you can freshen it up with a nice coat of paint and a light neutral color. Don't overlook the trim. Make sure that you paint it. I will tell you this as like a pro tip, and it's something that I have going on in my own house as well. When people paint homes, they make a mistake sometimes of not doing anything to the ceiling. Whenever you have this white ceiling and then you got these beautiful neutral, lighter, or earth tone, earthy colors on the walls, right? You got this white ceiling. It actually makes the room feel smaller. I'd encourage you to actually paint the ceiling the exact same color as the base of your house. It will actually make your home feel bigger. It's like an illusionary effect to the way that our human eyes perceive things around us. It'll make it feel taller because there's no stopping place. It's a continuation space. Something to think about. Now, there's been 15 different updates that will add value to your home. Tell me which one of these that you got the most out of, in the comment section below. So was it like the first thing, a minor kitchen remodel could actually get you more money back than a major kitchen remodel? Was it the surprise that a basement remodel can cost a ton of money, but it can also return just over 90%, or perhaps replacement windows, you'll get about 90% return out of those as well. Tell us which is most impactful to you, along with any of your savvy home updates that return money. And whenever you're sharing that with us in the comment section below, please tell us what city and state you live in, what you did, how much it cost, and how much you're expecting to get back whenever you resell your home. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pop up my contact information right now. If you have any questions for me, or if you want to drop me a line and say hello, please feel free to do so. At the same time, if you need help finding a top agent where you live, please let me know. If you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. And number 3, please share this video around with someone you know is going to be able to help. Thank you so much for watching today, team. In between now and next time, I'm wishing you and yours a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. Enjoy a wonderful day.